It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barreto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
It's time to take a break from points racing and have some fun here to open up Indy 250 week. We are here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for a second straight year for the Mello Yello All-Star event. And we begin this year's All-Star event with the Mello Yello Open. 20 laps here around Charlotte to see who will advance on to the Mello Yello All-Star Race later tonight. This is the NOFSRL Cup Series presented by Mello Yello Season number 10. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway for Mello Yello All-Star Night 2021. And at the end of the night, somebody will be $50 richer. Will it be one of these guys, though? This is the Mello Yello Open, the qualifying event for the event. The driver's not eligible for the All-Star race coming into tonight's event. Going to battle it out for 20 laps of action. The top two will advance on, and then the fan vote winner. All the drivers who are already eligible for the All-Star race include winners from last season, winners from this season, the past champions, and past All-Star race winners. So none of the guys in this field have won since at least 2019, or have won a championship or an All-Star race in this series before. So it's going to be interesting to see who pulls it off, but an Napa Fan win is at stake here tonight for these 22 drivers in the field, including our points leader Keegan Thompson, who starts on the pole for this event. Join alongside Matt Tuck, Brennan Wilmington, and Chase Buck for the first time this season. And Matt, I'm going to start with you. We could easily see the points leader not make the All-Star race like we did last year. What do you think Keegan Thompson's going to do in this Mello Yello Open to possibly advance onto the All-Star race?
Well, he's going to have to get out front and just stay out front as long as he can. I mean, at the end of the day, it is the All-Star race, and he's chasing, he is definitely chasing those bigger prizes here. So we'll just have to see how the night unfolds for him. But, as I said, just get out front, stay out front. That's your best get. That's your best chance here to have a shot at winning this race and moving on later on to tonight.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Keegan Thompson, LJ Cemento, the top two guys in points coming into this race, can do. And Brennan, we come to this racetrack with a completely different package than what we're used to. What we will see next weekend in the Coca-Cola 600. They go blisteringly fast here, almost 210 miles per hour into the corner. And hey, it's the All-Star race, get a little bit crazy. But how will that intense speed that we're going to see in tonight's event play into how these guys can make moves around the racetrack?
Well, I saw in practice the cars were going up to 210 entering turn 1, and that's some pretty insane speed. Not sure exactly how that's going to affect the racing, but it will definitely make it very different for sure.
It definitely will. Of course, when we get to the Coca-Cola 600 next Friday night, the speeds will be back to normal, but we have a high grip level here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And Chase, my dad, you got two of your guys in this open race. You got Brett Sear starting in third and Ethan Lewis starting in the back of the field. For Ethan Lewis especially, because he's midway through the field, what does he need to do to possibly advance on here in this Mello Yello Open?
Well, I think he needs to get his way to the front. He needs to, pass a lot of cars, avoid any wrecks if any happen. Just stay in the front if he gets there. Just fight his way to the win.
We're just going to have to see how it all goes down. Like I mentioned, top two finishers in this race will advance on to the Mello Yello All-Star race, including, on top of that, the fan vote winner. So 3 guys advance on from this race, not 2. But either way, it should be a fun one. If we do get a caution in this race here tonight, it'll only be a 2-lap caution since there are no pit stops in either this or the All-Star race. So if we do get a yellow flag, it will be a quick one. And speaking of quick, we'll get these guys to quickly roll around the racetrack to get this race started. Keegan Thompson on the pole position in the number 82 alongside him. LJ Cemento in the number 66 machine. Those are the top two guys in points. The starting order is determined by the point standings coming into tonight's event. You got Brett Sear to the inside of Nelson Reeves there in row number 2. Daniel McMillan, once again in this open event, to the inside of Ryan Durrani. Trey Smith and Owen Miles make up row number 4, and then Joe Rutkowski and Mason Brown. Matt, Brennan, and Chase, quickly give me your picks for tonight's event here, the Mello Yello Open.
Well, obviously can't pick my own cars, so I'm going to take the 92 car of Trey Smith to advance, and I'm going to take the 6 of Christopher Alf, please, to advance.
I think the 82 and the 79 are going to advance on in this race. I think Thompson's going to win it starting out front, and the short race is really going to be an advantage, and I like McMillan. I think he's going to get up there and get into second.
Yeah, like you said, I think Thompson's going to take one of the spots. And I think Ryan Durrani in 68. I think he's going to take the other one.
Yeah, a lot of these guys were in this race last year, including Durrani and McMillan, Sierra and Thompson. They're in it once again. It's only 20 laps here tonight for the Mello Yello Open, and no segments throughout the entire night, including the All-Star Race. Pace cars down. Let's have some fun here on this Friday night to begin Indy 250 week. Mello Yello All-Star Night is underway here from Charlotte. Keegan Thompson out to the advantage on lap 1 here in the Mello Yello Open. No bonus points towards the championship because this is an exhibition event. Brett Sear to the inside of LJ Cimento. Here comes Trey Smith and already 3 wide. And Nelson Reese all the way up on that outside lane. You can see how fast they're going through the corner.
They are flying down the back straightaway here, over 200 miles an hour. Everybody, Nelson Reeves is just searching for grip there. Trey Smith's moving his way up on the bottom. You got all sorts of guys. The bottom lane's really coming into an effect early here, and you can see these guys making those moves early on in this race.
And that was expected for this race. I expected the bottom to be very good, as Brock Nelson's starting to work his way up towards the front. Trey Smith in third, trying to challenge Brett Sierra for second. A lot of battles going on throughout the pack because some of those guys near the back need to get up to the front very quickly if they want to have a chance to get into the All-Star race.
Yeah, obviously these high speeds, I thought that the bottom lane was going to be a lot faster here. As you see, the 99 of Brad Stover working his way up the field up to 5th place. Behind, I believe that is the 51.
Yeah, Brock Nelson there in the 51 machines had a great season so far. Of course, obviously Keegan Thompson's had a great season, leads this race, but the two most experienced guys in this field are Brad Stover and Dan McMillan. This is Stover's first ever Mello Yello Open, so he hasn't won in quite some time. Same with McMillan. But remember, only the top 2 advance on, plus the fan vote winner. There goes Trey Smith to the inside of Keegan Thompson for the race lead. The next time we're already a quarter of the way through this Mello Yello Open, so a very short race, and with the high speeds we have here, it's going to go by really fast.
Brock Nelson wants to make it go by even faster. He's going to dive to the bottom. Thompson's getting shuffled out here, and we don't really know if anybody's going to be able to move their way back up through the field after getting shuffled out. So this could be pretty big for Thompson here, unless he's going to win the fan vote. Stover's on the bottom. Joe Rutkowski's flying through the field. Trey Smith, Brock Nelson, single file for the moment here, but it is going to get really dicey here soon.
Unchartered car creeping up into the picture. That's Joey Hightower in the number 55. He's going to try and sneak a spot. And as for the race lead, Brock Nelson peeking to the inside of Trey Smith. Can't quite get there. Might be able to get him going into turn 1. But Trey Smith does a good job covering. And Brett Sierra is hanging up, trying to get into 5th place, trying to pass Keegan Thompson, the pole sitter.
Yeah, they're 3 wide. Back behind him is the 79 of Daniel McMillan on the top side. The 83 of Mason Brown. Mason Brown's going to take that inside line, trying to get back past the 79, and it looks like he may have done it. The 51 actually is going to take the lead as Brock Nelson, who's going to take the lead, and here comes Brad Stover for 2nd place.
Yeah, Brad Stover going to go ahead and take second away there from Trey Smith. Got a bit of a cycle race here in a way. You get stuck in that outside lane and you fall back. These guys are all on each other throughout this entire field. Here comes Joe Rutkowski to the inside of Trey Smith there for 3rd. And Brett Sierra, Keegan Thompson was able to get back on that inside lane, so that's a good thing for him. We got another uncharted guy up here. Mitchell Collins in the 52. Of course, Collins normally is in the 32 machine. But the top 6 eligible guys in points who were not already locked into the All-Star race got into the hot seat regardless of which group they were in. And Collins has had an excellent season in the Turkey Hill National Series, and so far an excellent race for him inside the top 10. Not quite halfway through this race quite yet, as Trey Smith going to really get shuffled out of line right there in the 92 machine. Mason Brown, Keegan Thompson moved the inside of him. Here comes Collins and Hightower, and it's almost like an IndyCar race the way these guys are running here. But hey, we're having some fun here on this Friday night. Let's let them rip around this racetrack at the speeds we want to see them at.
These boys are absolutely flying around this racetrack here tonight. I didn't actually catch who is in the 52. I know I feel so stupid for asking.
Mitchell Collins there in the 52 machine.
Oh, bro, but Mitchell Collins is absolutely flying his way through the field. He started in the back half of the field, and he's really moved his way up through this field. You got Mason Brown in the 83. Thompson and Smith have just gone backwards in a hurry. Definitely not looking like you can gain that position up once you lose it. Rutkowski and Sierra stomping their way through the front. But out front, it's still the Aussie man of Brock Nelson.
Brock Nelson had a great season so far in that 51 machine. And Brennan, you don't have any guys in this race as an owner, but for Brock Nelson, what do you think Angel Vera is going through his mind now? Because we've seen these guys make these moves really quickly. Do you think Brock Nelson could possibly hold on to this race lead?
Well, Nelson has about as big of a gap as I've seen, so he's looking pretty good right now, but I would be stressing out about a Joe Rutkowski or a Brett Sierra catching up to him within the closing laps of this race. But Nelson's holding strong so far, and Rutkowski trying to chase him down in that number 47.
Yeah, Joe Rutkowski's still trying to chase him down. He's still holding a pretty good lead. Does get a little bit out of line going through turn number 1. As back through the field, I think the 79 is on the outside once again. The 21 of... Actually, who's in the 21?
Is Joshua Harrison for this race.
He's going to actually clear both the 66 and the 79 as they go back 3 wide.
And we might have some more 3 wide here as Joey Hightower makes a move on Stover and Mason Brown. And Hightower, you know, we all know what happened there in that Armory Digital race a month and a half ago when he cleared the field. He is really trying to get some redemption from that. To the inside right there in the uncharted right, here comes Mitchell Collins as well. And these guys started in the back of the field. Like I mentioned, the starting lineup was determined by the driver's points in the NOFSRL Cup Series. And for 4 of the guys who are in the hot seat for this race, they have points. They have made starts so far this season, so they had some points. But I don't know if they're going to have enough time. Next time by, it's 5 laps to go. Brock Nelson and Joe Rutkowski have a considerable gap on the field right here, and it's looking like those two may be the guys who advance on to the Mello Yello All-Star Race.
Well, I mean, they've definitely got, you know, they have the space for now. Obviously, if you are Rutkowski and Nelson, you do want to be careful, especially Rutkowski. You want to be careful you don't bobble a corner or something and slide up too high, because Sierra could definitely get a draft and close in quickly. But for the moment, I mean, they're pulling away for the moment. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if one of them, I mean, I could definitely see Joe Rutkowski winning the fan vote, so we'll have to see how this could change things, you know, if he moves on. But and he's closing on Brock Nelson, too, so that may open the door for Sierra.
Those guys, 3rd, 4th, 5th, they're all trying to hope that one of those guys in the top 2 makes a mistake, as Collins and Hightower working their way back up through the field. Brad Stover stuck up on the outside. I don't know. I don't think they're going to be able to get to them. Brett Sierra is closing in a little bit, though, so he might give Joe Rutkowski a run for his money here in these final laps.
Yeah, the field has closed considerably over the last few laps, as here comes Mitchell Collins in the 55 and up to the inside of Brett Sierra, trying to take away 3rd place and challenge Joe Rutkowski to move on.
That's Joey Hightower there in the 55 machine in a position to possibly advance on to the Mello Yello All-Star Race, but Rutkowski could not get to the back bumper of Brock Nelson. And Nelson has been the dominant guy here, and I think we're going to see something like this in the All-Star Race, where once we get maybe 15, maybe 12 laps into a run, gets a little bit harder to pass out here. The speeds are still incredibly high, but these guys are definitely finding their stride here as this race goes along. At least these top 2 have, with Brock Nelson and Joe Rutkowski. But Rutkowski's got to be careful. This 55 of Joey Hightower is fast. And Hightower may have an opportunity in making it onto the Mello Yello All-Star Race for a possible chance at $50. But we'll have to see how it all goes down. White flag in the Mello Yello Open for Brock Nelson, who won his dual race back in February, looking for another exhibition win. As for the last transfer position, Joey Hightower going to make the move on Joe Rutkowski. But will Rutkowski cross over? Mitchell Collins is here as well. It's all on for this last transfer spot, and Rutkowski might have a shot on Hightower. Brock Nelson will win the Mello Yello Open, and Joey Hightower, the uncharted driver, advances on in the 55.
Wow.
My, oh my. How about that for Joey Hightower, Titan Fury Motorsports, Turkey Hill National Series driver, who didn't win a race so far this season in the NOFSRL Cup Series, going to be running for $50 tonight in the Mello Yello All-Star Race. But I will say, Joe Rutkowski didn't need that position, because Joe Rutkowski is your fan vote winner here for the Mello Yello All-Star Race. So the top 3 advance on, as it should be. Very nice and orderly right there. Joe Rutkowski is your fan vote winner. Brock Nelson and Joey Hightower advance on through the Open. Everybody else, well, they're going to sit in their haulers and enjoy a nice 40-lap race here coming up very soon. There are the official standings right there for the Mello Yello Open. Brock Nelson with a dominating performance, and Joey Hightower going to be running for $50. And like I mentioned, Joe Rutkowski, the fan vote winner. And guys, how do you think this All-Star race is going to play out? It's 40 laps long, so twice as long as this race. Do you think we might see someone dominate and pull away like Brock Nelson did here in this Open?
We'll have to see. It's definitely the way the package is. It definitely could promote, somebody getting a run and pulling away, but also have more laps, so more possibility for a wreck and more cars. So we'll just have to see how it plays out.
I'm kind of expecting more of the same from the All-Star race, but I don't know. Joey Hightower was mounting a charge right at the end there, and obviously it got him into the race. For about half that race, it was the 51 and 47 comfortably in the top 2 spots. Again, as it went on, it looked like some of the other guys started to get more of a run, so I would expect somebody to pull out and lead a bunch of laps early, but past the halfway point, anything goes. I don't know what would happen.
Yeah, just about the same thing. Somebody getting out to the lead very soon, getting over, I think it was about a second lead over 4th place. And you saw how close, how fast they closed that lead, though. So, very, very easy to make a mistake and to get your lead very small.
Absolutely, and it's such a fast-paced racetrack. If you make a little bit of a mistake through the corner and slide up, you lose a lot of momentum. Hightower, though, I feel like had one of the strongest cars out there at the end, because he was passing cars like crazy near the end of that run, so maybe he has a strong car for the All-Star race. That'd be something else if he won $50 here tonight. But hey, those 3 guys are going to join the 26 drivers who were already locked in the All-Star race, and we're going to qualify here for the Mello Yello All-Star race right now. We'll be back in just a second to see how they line up for the Mello Yello All-Star race, and then just about 15 minutes, we'll get that Mello Yello All-Star race underway here from Charlotte. Thank you guys for watching. Congratulations to Brock Nelson, your Mello Yello Open winner, and Joey Hightower advancing on, and Joe Rutkowski, your fan vote winner. We'll be back in just a moment for Mello Yello All-Star race qualifying. And here we go. Ready to set the starting lineup for the 2021 Mello Yello All-Star Race. The race going to be a straight 40-lap event. No segments. Going to be the simplest All-Star Race we've ever done. Bit of a protest to the real-life one that's going to happen in a few weeks. Don't even get me started on that. But hey, fastest time gets the pole, and that is how they will line up for the 40-lap All-Star Race. Should be a fun one here. Here's Gatlin Downey. Number 40 machine won the last 2 races of last season. Patrick Smith won Rockingham, UK last season. Ashland Boyd here won Auto Club this season. One of the 3 uncharted guys in this All-Star race. There's Fishy won Martinsville last year. Nicolas Samadio, who won Pocono last year, and Talladega not too long ago. Gonna be interesting to see how it all goes down. Do you guys want to get in a draft here for qualifying, or do you think you might be able to pull the speed by yourself?
I guess it depends, if you're running nitrous or not. I don't think anybody has DRS open. These wings are already basically doing nothing as is, so
we run the short spoiler, so
which is a miracle that these cars don't wreck for how fast they're going, for how low downforce. But we'll see. Draft always helps, though.
Well, they're using the ERS when they get onto the straights. They turn it off when they get into corners, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're almost going 200 into the corners, so they're kind of just using it the whole way around, I guess.
Yeah.
The fastest driver right now is Patrick Smith in the 16, but as with a lot of the qualifying sessions we have, you can check this out on the NOFSRL channel if you haven't already. Of course, we do qualifying for every race in the NOFSRL Cup Series, a 10-minute session, just like this. But I think these times will get faster as the session goes along. Patrick Smith under 27 seconds. They're probably averaging above 200 miles per hour here, which is very similar to 2014 speed, so that's kind of how this race is going to play out. A lot like a 2014 race, but the tire wear isn't going to be as significant since we're not going to have any scheduled pit stops in today's race.
That'll be nice, pit crews get to do absolutely nothing tonight, so I don't even know why they have pit boxes down there. I guess that's kind of stupid to have pit boxes if you're not pitting, but
well, if they have, they do
get beat up.
Yeah, if they have, they may have a tire issue or something like that within the race. It's still very possible they may have to come down for service, but odds are probably won't happen. Let's put it this way: you won't come down the pit lane and win the race. Speaking of winning the race, our last winner, Alexander Rowe, won that race at Dover, which you guys in the booth with me have yet to see that race, but it was a pretty crazy race and a fun one there at the Dover International Speedway. And Alexander Rowe would love to back that up with back-to-back wins. We've yet to have a multiple-time winner this season. This isn't an official points-paying race, so it wouldn't count as a multi-time winner, but Alexander Rowe would definitely love to get that race victory. But Gatlin Downey, and actually these are the three fastest guys right now: Gatlin Downey, Logan Williams, and then Alexander Rowe.
I mean, it looks like so far these guys are running an almost completely different line than what they were running in the Open. They're running way higher than the guys in the Open were running, and I'm not entirely sure why.
They could have possibly been reacting to someone who was coming down the pit lane there, possibly. Joe Rutkowski and Joey Hightower, a couple of guys who advanced on through the Open. The fan vote winner is now 4th quickest, and Joey Hightower is 5th quickest. Definitely a great time for those guys. 54 Nathan Baird up to 5th. And there's the defending All-Star Race winner, Jesse Turner. First time for the Lake Effect Ice Cream Scheme, and I know that's nowhere near where we are here in Charlotte, but I figured this looks so good with the metallic layer on it. I got to run it at least once before we head to Watkins Glen. It'll run at Pocono as well. But Jesse Turner there won the $25 prize last year. This year it's twice as much with $50. We'll have to see if Turner gets his 3rd All-Star win here tonight.
Turner definitely one to watch out for in this race. He's getting the pull off of Alonso right now.
And he just went to 2nd.
There you go.
That was a good time for him right there.
So I think, to answer your question from earlier, I think they do want the draft a little bit.
Absolutely. Gatlin Downey is still the fastest. Now, any ties that we have will be broken by points in the NOFSRL Cup Series, as it always is. So keep that in mind if we do end up with any ties in this session. When we did ND 250 practice earlier, we had a lot of ties in that. Not sure how we're going to break that when we... Oh, boy! Oh, boy!
Oh, that's...
that's the... Is that the 51?
Shane Lake, Ross Nelson, Jesse Turner. Oh, hit him! Oh,
that's just like...
Come on, guys,
Oh,
use your
brother.
brakes.
Oh, and
my
he's
God.
upside down.
He is flying.
That's
Stapleton.
too
That's
much.
a different type of flying than we saw in the Open race.
And this is when...
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
no.
This is when it becomes a video game. All the times will stand regardless of what happens here. Shane Lake's 3rd quickest, and you wouldn't think that after seeing that, but we'll just have to see how that all plays out for those guys. I don't think we're going to see something like that in the race. The thing is here with this qualifying session, you have guys who are coming on the pit lane and off the pit lane, and you can see right there, they came close to Samadio there. It's a very edgy situation for a lot of these guys, but that was Fitzwater. Fitzwater almost won this thing last year and got passed in the last lap by Jesse Turner. I never got to call it. But Fitzwater Definitely would love to get another All-Star win. It would be his third, I do believe. I think he's won 2 All-Star races along with Jesse Turner, and they were the top 2 guys last year, so watch out for both of them. Fitzwater has only gotten 1 top 10 all season, currently 20th fastest here, but we saw Joey Hightower in the Open move his way through the field in that 20-lap race. That's plenty of time for Fitzwater to move his way through the field.
Fitzwater having an uncharacteristically terrible season. Would love to turn that around with at least a bit of a momentum booster as, for an All-Star race win and $50. Downey's still fastest, and a lot of those guys just crashed or back out onto the racetrack, so it's a sometimes at least I saw the 80 out there. I guess the pit crews are getting a workout after all.
Yeah.
3 wide.
Yeah, there's the Kansas winner and the Martinsville winner from this season, Logan Williams and Jordan Lopez, both at American Motorsports. All 3 of Trey's cars are in this race. All 3 of Matt's cars are in this race. Let's see. Grattan only has 2. Zidell has all 3 of his in. Hamill only has the 1. Derek only has Ace Garcia in this race. Owen Miles, Mason Brown failed to advance on. Both of the Father Fruit cars are in this race. Only 2 Otter Island cars. McMillan failed to advance, unfortunately. But Dalio and Turner, a couple of past champions, already have the reserve for this race. Full Frontal only has Eli Bright for this event, too. And I don't even know if they had anyone in this All-Star race last year. And you got 2 guys, Chase. You got John Andrews here, who won at Las Vegas. And, of course, Cody Sill, who won last year at Armory Digital. Right now, Andrews is 27th fastest. Not exactly the fastest time for him right there. Actually, the 2 uncharted guys, or the 2 uncharted guys who already were locked in, I should say, which were Andrews and Ashland Boyd. They're 27th to 29th. Joey Hightower is 13th quickest right now. So the guy who hasn't even come close to winning a cup race is the fastest uncharted guy, interestingly enough.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, you know, he's not gonna kill somebody tonight, but we'll see how this plays out. Definitely don't want to see him running slow on the track. Hopefully, the caution cars actually do their job tonight, but we'll see. At the very least, it's a good-looking race car he's got tonight.
Hey, the good thing is too. This is an exhibition event. And Hightower, outside of that one little mishap he had at Armory Digital, he's actually had a very good season in the Turkey Hill National Series. That's actually how he got the hot seat for the Open, because he was one of the top guys in points over there, so that has helped out for him tremendously. And he could walk away with $50 tonight if it all goes to plan. But Gatlin Downey, I almost have a feeling, you know, Gatlin Downey wasn't in this race last year. For some stupid reason, I almost felt like Gatlin Downey won the pole for this race last year. I don't remember that at all.
I thought he was in this race.
He might have been. I don't think he may have actually advanced through the Open. Now that I think about it, last year. Because his 2 wins came at the end of the season last year, so they wouldn't have been eligible for last year's All-Star race, but all I know is he's looking to start on the pole, and it's looking pretty good for him to start on the pole for this year's Mello Yello All-Star Race. And number 40 machine, King R Family Racing has yet to win a race this season, but they have really done a good job, at least with Nelson Reeves, which unfortunately for Nelson, he's not in this race. But Downey, I don't know where Downey is. I don't have the points up because, you know, this is a non-points race, but Downey definitely looking pretty strong. So top 10, Gatlin Downey, Jesse Turner, Shane Lake, Logan Williams, Alexander O, Nicolas Samadio, Andrew Miller, Ace Garcia, Nathan Baird, Joe Rutkowski, the fan vote winner in 10th there, Eli Bright, Ashland Boyd, Sebastian Kukulon, Thomas Troxel, Jordan Lopez, Joey Hightower, Brock Nelson, the Open winner. Hergel Arvin Alonso in 18th, Matt Dalio, Patrick Smith, Ben Young, Sam Oskin, Cameron Garlington, Zachary Fitzwater, Nathan Stapleton, Cody Sill, Fisher G, John Andrews, Tristan Allen. The opposite of the qualifying effort he had last week when he won the pole at Dover. But we'll have to see how it all plays out in the race, because we're done with qualifying here from Charlotte. And Gatlin Downey will lead us to the green flag here in just a moment for the Mello Yello All-Star Race. We got a tie between Alexander O and Nicolas Samadio, tie between Troxel and Lopez. and a tie between Garlington and Fitzwater. Those ties will be broken by points. Like I said, I don't have the points up with me right now, so I can't actually tell you who's got the advantage on all those. I think Samadio's got it on Rowe. I think Lopez has it on Troxel, and I want to say Garlington definitely has it on Fitzwater. No doubt about it. But yeah, that's how they line up. We're ready to get this one started. Final thoughts before we head into the race, guys. This should be a good one here for 40 laps.
No, it should definitely be a fun one here tonight. I mean, we saw absolute barn burner here last year. Be a lot more simple this year, though. You won't have any of the, no segments to break this up, so it's just going to be a straight-up race, and it should definitely be a fun one here tonight.
I agree with pretty much everything Matt said. Good race last year, shaping up for a good one here. The All-Star Open was entertaining. 3 laps, straight shot, no gimmicks, no nothing. Just flat-out racing, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, if it's anything like the Open was looking out to be, it should be a pretty good race.
It definitely should be. Winner gets $50 too, so there's a lot at stake. And unlike in the real life All-Star Race, $50 probably means a lot more to these people than it does for those, especially for those guys who drive for the big teams. I never really understood. There's really no point of the All-Star Race anymore in real life. But hey, for you guys, there's a point in it. The owner, the team who wins, the owner will also get $10 too. So that prize is also up for grabs as well. So
that's for
Chase and Matt, that's a big one right there. So we'll have to see how it all goes down. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let's set the cars on the grid and get this Mello Yello All-Star Race underway here from Charlotte. Gatlin Downey going to lead us to the green flag here in just a moment. We've done the Open. We've set the field, and now it's time for a 40-lap shootout for $50 here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's the fastest exhibition event in the NOFSRL Cup Series, and it's gonna be a blast here tonight on this Friday night to begin Indy 250 week. We are here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is the Mello Yello All-Star Race, season number 10. Of the NOFSRL Cup Series. And hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and we are ready to have some fun here tonight to give someone a few bucks. It's going to be a great one here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. 40 laps of action around this 1.5 mile speedway in Concord, North Carolina. 60-mile race, no mandatory pit stops. These guys can go the whole way, no segments either. It is going to be the simplest all-star race we have ever had. And like I mentioned just a couple minutes ago, a little bit of a protest on the real-life one that's going to happen this year. They have 6 segments. That's stupid. That is arguably stupid. We're not stupid, so we're going to do a quick 40-lap race here for these guys, and the winner's going to go home with $50 in their pocket. 29 guys in the field, all the winners from last year that are full-time this season, the winners from this season, and the past All-Star Race winners and champions who did not win a race last year or this year in this field, along with Brock Nelson, Joey Hightower, the 2 guys who advanced on from the Mello Yello Open, and the fan vote winner, Joe Rutkowski. And Matt, it's an all-out brawl. There's nothing to lose here. How aggressive are these guys going to be here for $50 here tonight in the Mello Yello All-Star Race?
I mean, I definitely expect some incidents here tonight. It's going to be a very aggressive race. We saw a ton of aggression late last year, and obviously the guy starting outside of front row with that storming run late in the final segment to drive up and do whatever he did, take the win. I think it's definitely going to be a fun one here tonight, and it'll be exciting to see how it plays out.
And Brennan, we saw what happened in the Mello Yello Open. That guy, Brock Nelson, he pulled out, and he actually held the lead for the last few laps. Do you think that may end up being a possibility in this race here tonight, especially considering that the tire wear is going to come into play later on in this run?
I think that is going to happen. I think we are going to see something similar to what happened in the Open with the leader getting out. But I feel like as the tire wear starts going away, the gaps might close a little bit. Because we haven't really seen what happens when the tire wear starts to go away yet. Because we didn't get to that point in the Open. That adds a new unknown into the...
Yeah, absolutely. With being twice as long, the tire wear will be more significant by the end of the race. And Chase, you got your two guys in this field, Cody Sill and John Andrews, starting in the back of the field. Now, we saw Joey Hightower start in the back of the field for the Open and advance on the second, and this is twice as long of an event. So, do you think those guys should play a little bit clean early on, maybe avoid the wrecks that might happen in this race, or do you think they should go and be aggressive to get up front early on in this race?
Well, it was a 20-lap race in the Open, and he made his way through the field and finished second in that race. So I think if they wanna have a chance at winning the race, they need to get up there soon, and they need to lead some laps.
We're just going to have to see how it all goes down for those guys. It should be a fun one here. 40 laps, and the winner gets $50. This is the starting lineup for the 2021 Mello Yello All-Star Race. Starting on the pole, number 40 Machine of Gatlin Downey, winner of the Valvoline 400 and the Southern 500 in 2020. Alongside him, Jesse Turner, the Season 2 Chick-fil-A Cup Series champion and last year's All-Star Race winner. Shane Lake, the defending NOFSRL Cup Series champion, starting to the inside of the Great Wolf Lodge 400 winner, Logan Williams. Alexander Rowe, last week's winner, and the Season 9 Daytona 500 champion alongside Mr. Edge himself, who won at Talladega just about 3 weeks ago. Andrew Miller last won Rockingham in Season number 9. He's to the inside of Ace Garcia, who won at Atlanta not too long ago. Number 54 of Nathan Baer, the 2019 NOFSRL Cup Series champion, starting to the inside of the fan vote winner, Joe Rutkowski. Richmond winner, Eli Bright, starts to the inside of Auto Club winner and uncharted driver, Ashlyn Boy. Sebastian Cucalon, who won 2 weeks ago at the Darlington Raceway, to the inside of Martinsville winner from this season, Jordan Lopez. Thomas Troxel, winner of the NOFSRL 500 in Season number 9, to the inside of the runner-up in the Mello Yello Open, Joey Hightower. Brock Nelson was the winner of that Mello Yello Open, and he's to the inside of the Rockingham winner from this season, Hair Gel Irvin Alonso. Matt Delia won Phoenix and the Season 4 champion of this series. He's alongside Patrick Smith, who won at the Rockingham Motor Speedway in the United Kingdom last season. Ben Young won at Homestead back in February. He's to the inside of three-time winner in Season 9, Samit Ozkin. Cameron Garlington, winner of the Season 3 NOFSRL Cup Series Championship, to the inside of this year's Daytona 500 champion and two-time All-Star Race winner, Zachary Fitzwater. Nathan Staplin, winner of the All-Star Race in Season number 8, to the inside of Cody Sill, who won at Armory Digital last season. Fisher G, last year's Martinsville winner, to the inside of this year's Las Vegas winner, John Andrews, and the Season 7 Mello Yello All-Star Race winner, Tristan Allen. That is the 29-car field here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway to begin the Mello Yello All-Star Race. 40 laps, no scheduled pit stops, and it's going to be an all-out brawl to the end. If a wreck does happen, a caution will come out, and the caution periods will only be 2 laps. So Matt, then Brennan, then Chase, who's getting that $50 here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway?
It's going to be a dangerous pick here to make. Well, I mean, we know you're going to want to be somewhere fairly close to the front of the field to win, but I'm going to pick Logan Williams in that 38 car, and I think he's going to score the victory here tonight.
I think I'm going to be looking at... Go with Shane Lake in the 15 to win this race. I know he'd love to win that $50, and like Matt said, I feel like the winner of this race is going to be starting near the front of the field.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be Ace Garcia in that 81 car.
Atlanta winner. Last time we were on a 1.5 mile racetrack that was shaped like this. Ace Garcia went to victory lane. It might not be a bad pick. Hey, it's going to be interesting to see how it all goes down. We got a lot of veterans in this field. Not a lot of rookies, so, you know, those veterans are going to be going after. Well, here we go. Let's have some fun on this Friday night. $50 on the line here in the Mello Yello All-Star Race. We're underway here in the NOFSRL Cup Series Season 10. Gatlin Downey looking to clear the field here and have a shot at the first lap. He's going to do so. They're 3 wide behind him as Andrew Miller goes to second, and Jesse Turner's in the outside wall already. Going to avoid getting in anybody else, but he's going to fall to the back of the field after that one.
And he got lucky there when he merged back down at the field. That definitely could have been as we saw in qualifying. Oh, is he going to...
Boy, he lost all of his momentum there. All of it. Back to the lead.
Gatlin Downey has a pretty good lead right now. Nathan Baird and Eli Bright going to battle for second, and it is an absolute hornet's nest back there. They're going 3 wide in some parts, and Thomas Troxel right in the middle of that. Brock Nelson, the Open winner. We know he has a fast car, and he's already starting to work his way up through the field.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the inside of the 53 of Thomas Troxel. Not quite actually gonna make it to the inside through turn 1. We see the 24 of Andrew Miller up to 3rd place, and actually that's, I believe, the 33.
Yeah, Eli Bright.
He
took it right away there from Gatlin Downey, and now Andrew Miller, who's back on the inside lane, going to go to the inside of Eli Bright and take the lead away from him on lap 5 of 40. Here comes Sebastian Kukul on number 13 machine. Got into this All-Star race just 2 weeks ago at Darlington, and now Eli Bright going to cross over on Andrew Miller for the top position.
We had to be really careful there. Oh, he just can't make it stick, and you got to watch out for this 13 car, Kukulon, who's really hauling through the field right now. Off to a great and has had a great past couple of weeks here in the series. He's got Nelson, got the top 2, or got 2 of the top 3 from the Open right on the bottom. And there goes Kukulon, and I think Nelson's going to try and take him 3 wide down here to the bottom.
Looking. Like you said, guys in the top 3 from the Open, showing their strength once again here in the main event, and here comes Brock Nelson to the inside of Sebastian Kukulon, gonna try and get the lead. Joe Rutkowski poking his nose underneath. He will get underneath Brock Nelson. Nelson has the lead for now, and it looks like we're watching the same race as last time, except a lot more exciting up towards the front as Rutkowski has a run. He has Rowe behind him. There's just a lot of jostling around happening at the front right now.
Yeah, Logan Williams looking to get inside of Alexander Rowe, trying to take that second spot away from him as Alexander Rowe's going to go to the inside of the 47 of Rutkowski. Here comes Logan Williams, though, trying to take it 3 wide for the lead.
Logan Williams doing a great job here. Last 1.5 miles we went to, which was Kansas. He went to Victory Lane. And right now I see that inside lane, but I don't know if anyone has an advantage. It's almost like a Talladega race right now, the way that inside lane is cycling. And this is something we did not see in the Mello Yello Open. But with a few more cars in the field, we only have 7 more cars in this field than we did in the Open. Seems like that inside lane is getting to that inside with some 3 wide moves quite a bit. Ben Young to the inside now. Nicolas Samadio's here as well on the 48. And then you got Nathan Baird and Andrew Miller on that inside lane. A couple of guys who have kind of been in this top 10 this whole race. If one of these guys makes a mistake, though, we're looking, I mentioned Talladega, we're looking at a Talladega-style big one, and we may go 4 wide here. Nathan Baird, Andrew Miller, Nicolas Samadio. Oh, boy, that was close right there. Samadio able to find a hole in that outside lane, but he's going to lose a lot of ground as Alonso's coming in play. As the top 2 are starting to pull away just a little bit. Logan Williams going to move to the inside of Ben Young as Alexander Rowe runs in 3rd.
Rowe got an amazing... they tried it. They did try it, and luckily they did get out of there without anybody getting completely yeeted out of this earth, so good to see there. Baird on the top side, Bright, Sill, the 80 car down on the bottom. Samadio is sliding all over the top of that racetrack. They're starting the front of the pack looks like it's starting to slowly space out just a little bit. You can see them starting to really break away from the rest of that cluster. Ben Young, Rowe, Alonso, Logan Williams, Andrew Miller got themselves a little bit of a breakaway going here.
And that's what they want to do because, you get that breakaway, and we saw what happened there with... Brock Nelson in that Mello Yello Open. They know that if they can break away at this point, like I mentioned, 12 laps, they're going to have a good shot at possibly pulling away with the race lead.
Alexander Rowe has taken the lead from Ben Young. And Andrew Miller trying to close in and pass Ben Young as well. He has help from Hairgel Arvin Alonso behind him. And Alonso's going to push Miller past Ben Young, and Miller's going to go up into the second spot.
Yeah, I mean, Cody Sill back there in 5th place is absolutely flowing through the field. I think he started somewhere near the second to last row, somewhere around that area, and he's going to try to take that 4th spot from the 5 of Benny Young right now, as he's going to be able to do it, and looking to the inside of the 39.
We got some moves back in here. Joe Rutkowski, the fan vote winner, looking to become the second fan vote winner to win this All-Star race. I mentioned Tristan Allen won in Season 7. That year, he won the fan vote to get in the All-Star race and ended up going to victory lane. But now we're definitely starting to see these cars solidify a little bit. And this is a lot like Dover last week before Miller had to come down near the end of the race. Alexander Rowe trying to fend him off, but Miller is right there in this back bumper. And how about Alonso? Last time, he's only got one top 10 all season. Here he is with a shot at $50 here tonight, but there goes Miller to the inside for the race lead on Alexander Rowe. And the 24 machine looking to take it away here on lap 15.
Mill looking really strong here in that 24 as this runs progress. And this 37, I don't remember where he started, but this 37 at Cody Sill has been hustling his way through the field this entire race. A great run so far for him. Rutkowski sticking down there. And shout out to Ben Young in this 5 car. He's hanging in there real well as the run progresses on. Samadio slipped back a little bit, and Logan Williams slipped back a bit, so it'll be interesting to see. And one other guy to watch out for, haven't talked about him at all, but that bright red machine, Samet Oskin in the 71, working his way through the field. He's got time. We'll have to see what he can do here tonight.
A lot of guys in the back half of the top 10 to look out for, but right now they're a little bit behind the rest of these guys, as Alexander Rowe peeked to the inside of Andrew Miller there for a minute, but Miller holding strong right now. Joe Rutkowski trying to get to the inside of Cody Sill and Will to try and take the 3rd position away from that blue number 37 car.
Yes, he is. He's going to try and complete the pass here on the backstretch. Not quite, as they're still side by side going down in the turn number 3. There goes the 48 up into the inside of Benny Young. That's going to open the door for Logan Williams, maybe on the front stretch, trying to make a move. As Joe Rutkowski still has not cleared the 37 of Cody Sill. He may do it. He's done it down in turn number 1, though.
Yeah, Joe Rutkowski looking very strong here, but the top 2 are looking very strong as well. Andrew Miller, Alexander Rowe, and these are 2 longtime veterans of this series, and combined they have 9 wins in this series. So Alexander's got 7, Miller has 2 of them. Miller almost won last week at Dover, but like we mentioned, had the fuel issue at the end of the race and couldn't hang on and have a shot at Alexander Rowe for that race victory. So, sure, he's got that in the back of his mind. Doesn't want Alexander Rowe to scoot away with another one again. Here comes Miller's teammate, though, Nicolas Samadio, who's looking for his 22nd career Napa fan win here tonight. What a win that would be if he could pull it off here for $50. Won at Talladega a couple weeks ago and trying to get into that wildcard position, but this is not a points-paying race, so Samadio definitely wants to get some momentum in this race and carry that on to the Coke 600 next weekend. Logan Williams, and now you mentioned Matt Samet Oskin there, up to the 5th position now for Titan Fury Motorsports.
Well, and he's not the only one coming through the field. Fisher G in the 7, I can't get the 16 of Patrick Smith and that beautiful Irwin Tools machine. You got those guys moving through the field, and Jordan Lopez is sneaking his way through the front to the front of the field. Field is starting to bunch back up here. You can see it up here. They're getting a lot closer together now. We're going to have to keep an eye. We saw them almost go full wide. Nothing is out of the realms of possibility here.
Oh, Oskin a little bit wide off the corner there. That's going to open a 3-wide situation as Patrick Smith's going to have a run on Fisher G.
Hey, you mentioned Fisher G. Oh, they got a little tight up there. You mentioned Fisher G, Nicolas Samadio, Andrew Miller, all 3 of Justin Zeidel's cars running near the front in this race, so they're pretty strong right now, but Fisher G getting passed by Patrick Smith, Jordan Lopez, Ben Young, the whole crowd coming down with them, Ashlyn Boyd as well, the Montana winner, Hill National Series driver for me, so you know who I'm pulling for, but he's having a good run so far. Got Alonso behind him.
Yeah, I mean, Fisher G just like got to that top side. He's just kind of been cycling back ever since. Cody Still's now passing him. I mean, these guys throughout the field, there's pretty close racing up to the front. There's that little bit of a breakaway for the top three, and the 55 of Joey Hightower is going to move into the inside.
Yeah, Logan Williams just hit the outside wall right there. He's going to have a little bit of damage from that. And it's tight, you know. I'm surprised these guys have kept it clean. There's Jesse Turner, who started on the outside pole for this race, and you can definitely tell that that first lap was not good for him. He's kind of gotten stuck in the back of this field. And Allen slammed the outside wall at some point in this race. I don't think he'll become a factor for our race leaders, but I don't know. He doesn't have the draft, so that may come into effect. Andrew Miller continues to hold on, and now we're definitely seeing what we saw in the Open. The tire wear coming into play, and these guys kind of filing in line. But look at who's up here. Andrew Miller, Alexander O, Nicolas Samadio, Patrick Smith, Jordan Lopez, a lot of long-time veterans here. Of course, like I mentioned at the top of the show, there's a lot of veterans in this race. But these are all guys who have a lot of experience on Appafan looking to get that $50 prize here in the Mello Yello All-Star Race.
Well, it's a big gun. It's 4 veterans and one of the younger guys here. Less. I don't even know what the English language is. Jordan Lopez trying to hunt with these guys.
Well, you got to think too, Matt. Jordan Lopez actually won before, I think, everyone except Nicolas Samadio. He actually won his debut in 2016, so he isn't a young guy at all.
Well,
sorry to burst your bubble there. Comes Patrick Smith for third on Nicolas Samadio.
Patrick Smith trying to get to the inside. Will pass Mr. Edge on the inside there, and he will take over third. Top 2 have stayed pretty much exactly where they are. Andrew Miller has kept the same lead several laps now. Rowe keeps getting close to him, but oh, never mind. Here he comes to the inside. Maybe might get him here. Challenge for the lead by Alexander Rowe coming into turn number 1. Looks like he might snag the lead away from Andrew Miller, and that might open the door for Patrick Smith, Nicolas Samadio, or Jordan Lopez, rather, as he's getting to the inside of Samadio. The Zidell car is up on the outside, but Miller will file back down to second.
Well, I don't know if y'all see in the back, but that is the 55 of Joey Hightower into 9th place. He's certainly making a move up, trying to get to this lead pack of cars. He was extremely fast in the Open. He's trying to capture that same speed here in the All-Star Race.
That car might be picking up some speed here at the end, just like it did in the Open. Watch out for him. They're single file up front now. This tire wear definitely coming into play. The speeds are getting a little bit slower, which means these guys have to work these cars a little bit more, but Alexander O took the lead away there from Andrew Miller, but Miller was able to hold on to second. Patrick Smith, Jordan Lopez right behind him. Smith, we've really not seen anything of Patrick Smith this season, but this is a huge opportunity for that whole team. Grattan Racing has had a very tough season. Sure, Stewart would love to get the All-Star Race win as an owner. And Andrew Miller, he'd also love to get this All-Star Race win, and he is in position to possibly do it. Samadio might try to get another position here on Jordan Lopez. He fell back a little bit. And you got Cody Sill and here, Joe Larvin Alonso moving up here as well. So many guys who have an opportunity of winning this race, but the passing is getting harder as this tire wear is getting to play. And last year, when we had the segments, this is something we didn't see. We did not have this long of a run in last year's All-Star Race, but now we're seeing it here. And Miller to the inside of Alexander O for the top position.
And Miller knows this track position is going to be important here down the stretch, and maybe somebody got on the radio and told him that Hightower was closing in, and him getting down to the bottom of row is going to open the door for Smith and Samadio and probably Alonso to get a shot here to gain a little bit of momentum on the bottom. Oh, he's going to slide the corner. Here comes the 16 of Patrick Smith, going to try and go to the lead here.
Ooh, Smith couldn't hold
Alexander Rowe to the bottom. Patrick Smith almost got to the inside, but could not hold his ground, and he is certainly paying the price now. He's now stuck on the outside of Rowe and Samadio as we're coming to 7 laps to go now. And they're all chasing Andrew Miller right now. Cody Sill back there in 5th. Miller out front. Alexander Rowe 2nd, and then it's Samadio 5th. And Sill, your top 5. Here comes Samadio for 2nd.
Yes, he's gonna be able to complete the pass onto the front stretches. Patrick, I believe that is Patrick Smith trying to take away third place. Here comes Cody Sill to the inside of the 25 of row. That might open the door for Herjo Alvin Alonso to try and make a move on the 25 as he's gonna try to take it 3 wide.
Nicolas Samadio up to second. I'm sure Justin is loving this. Andrew Miller, Nicolas Samadio, 1-2 with 5 laps to go in the Mello Yello All-Star Race. Justin looks like he might pack in $10 here, but we still have 5 laps to go. But Samadio's starting to put a bit of a gap now on Patrick Smith. So if those top 2 can pull away from the field and they battle it out, and that might be the kind of team order you want. You want Samadio to hold these guys off to have one of these guys possibly win, but Samadio not able to get up to the 24, and he lost a lot of ground right there. Patrick Smith back to the inside for second. This is exactly what Andrew Miller wants to see, though. He is pulling away from this field, and he may just have the advantage in the track position at this point. For third, Cody Sill on Patrick Smith.
You gotta watch out for this 37 machine. He looks like he's got a little bit of momentum starting to heat up on that 37 Mustang. Really working those corners. Alonso's coming, and I don't know if Samadio's going to be able to hold these guys off. I know it's only 3 more laps, but he just doesn't look like he quite has the pace at the stripe. Gap comes down a little bit.
Just don't see the same consistency with the 48 going around the racetrack that I do with the 24. I think Andrew Miller might have it, but it's one thing we've learned from this series is to never doubt Nicolas Samadio. So
no, you don't.
Anything can happen.
If you remember last year, Jesse Turner made a last lap pass after Fitzwater led quite a few laps at the end. And this is Mr. Edge we're talking about. It's 2 laps to go. They're shuffling all around there for the 4th position. And Sill has a run on Samadio now. And Miller is still continuing to pull away here in this All-Star Race. And look at the gap he's got now. White flag in the air in the Mello Yello All-Star Race for Andrew Miller here at Charlotte. And that side-by-side battle may have just sealed this win. Cody Sill trying to get to the inside of Miller's teammate. But Samadio holding a little bit tough on that outside lane. He's going to lose second. It's over. Only unless something drastic happens, Andrew Miller is going to get $50, and Justin Zeidel is going to give 10, and Andrew Miller is your All-Star Race winner. The Mello Yello All-Star Race goes to Zeidel Motorsports and Pennsylvania native Andrew Miller, who banks $50 here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I think he can thank his teammate for all that help that he gave. Samadio held all those guys off behind him, and that allowed the 24 to just pull right away with this All-Star Race win. But how about that? I guess Andrew won't be needing to pay me back for that Dover ticket, now will he? It's going to be an interesting ride up there because I don't want to give it away, but I'm also going to tell him he doesn't need to pay me back, so this is going to be interesting. And hey, Andrew Miller wins the Mello Yello All-Star Race here at Charlotte, and Justin Zeidel with another owner win, of course, albeit a exhibition event. He's going to bank $10 himself, as he is the owner winner of this year's Mello Yello All-Star Race. And this is exactly what we saw in the Open when Brock Nelson pulled away with that race win. Andrew Miller did the same thing there. He made that last pass on Alexander Rowe, and that was it. And Miller going to bank the $50 here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thoughts on that one, guys? A pretty good race, caution-free, no gimmicks, and Andrew Miller takes it away.
No, he definitely had, he had to earn it there, getting around a lot of those cars there. It wasn't like he started up on the front 2 rows either, so he had to earn his way there to get that victory, and definitely had some help from his teammate, but, sometimes that's how the ball rolls sometimes in NR, and regardless, though, they did a great job tonight as a team. The 24 and the 48 definitely were the fastest cars on track here tonight.
That was a very entertaining race from start to finish, from the 3 wide packs at the beginning to the more spread out racing, more tactical racing at the end. Andrew Miller got the gap on the field just like Brock Nelson did. in the Open, and he was able to keep it. And again, he got help from Samadio there at the end. But would have loved to see what would have happened if Samadio would have been able to catch Andrew Miller. I feel like that would have been a really good battle, but Miller had the better car, and he ends up with the $50.
Yeah, it was a entertaining race throughout the whole thing. At the beginning, we of course saw those 3 wide packs. We saw almost them go 4 wide. The guy on the outside pole hitting the wall and falling back to last. And of course, at the end, we saw Cody Sill kind of make a run, trying to get to the lead. But as soon as they went 2 wide with him and Samadio, it was all over. Miller had won.
He did, and held those guys off. He got the lead at the perfect time right there. As you see, the rest of the results, Tristan Allen there had that issue finishing in last, but what a race! It was interesting, a lot different than last year's event, but I'm glad that we didn't take near as much time trying to record the things we did last year. But hey, Andrew Miller gets it done. He hasn't won a race since last year at Rockingham, and he's got a bit of a long losing streak going on, but I'm sure he's going to be happy about that one. But what a race here. Thank you so much for watching here. Mello Yello All-Star Night. I know it wasn't as much of a big event, as a big deal as it was last year, but I got a lot of recording and a lot of work and a lot of other things that are going on, and I just gotta get it done, so hope you guys had some fun here tonight this Friday night. Hey, tomorrow have some more fun because it's Indianapolis 250 qualifying, single car qualifications where we set the fast 9 and the last 9 shootouts, and then Sunday it is the fast 9 and last 9 shootouts, and then Monday, and this is going to be a cool one. I already mentioned it, Turkey Hill National Series. They're coming to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Monday night under the lights. I know it's not realistic, but it's going to be cool. The Steak and Shake 250 Monday night. Indy 250 week has just begun. So much coming up here in AG Racing. Definitely looking forward to sharing it all with you guys here, and we're going to have a lot of fun here over the course of the next week here in the NOFSRL. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Huge thanks to Chase Buck, Brendan Wilmington, Matt Tuck for helping me call this race. And a huge congratulations to Andrew Miller and Justin Zaidel, the winners of the 2021 Mello Yello All-Star Race. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Andrew Miller for getting the race victory. We will see you guys next Friday night for the Coca-Cola 600. They'll be going a little bit slower, more normal pace, but it's going to be 80 laps and a points-paying race as well. Qualifying will also be on AG Racing for that event too on Wednesday, so check that out coming up here soon. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for Indianapolis 250 qualifying here at noon Eastern Time on AG Racing. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. I say that enough. And I will see you guys later.